I'm Cheyenne from The Book Mermaid, and this is going to be a Wintery Reads recommendations video. Is it currently autumn and I'm pre-filming? Absolutely. So how this is going to work is I'm going to recommend quite a few Wintery Reads that kind of have a vibe. Do I have a real reason? Not really. They are what I consider Wintery Reads. And then there's also going to be, I'm looking because they're down there. And then I'm also going to list off 4 books that I haven't read that I am expecting to be Wintery Reads. Let's get started. The first book is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I know that a lot of people read this around Christmas time, and there's Christmas in it. It has a cool Christmas setting with, the Hogwarts and everything. If you don't know what this book's about, it's a young wizard at a magical school. Everyone knows what Harry Potter's about. The next book of Wintery Reads that I want to recommend to you today is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This book has a very misty, dark aesthetic, and I live in New England, and if you don't know this about New England, it gets cold and dark real fast, okay? Okay. It's also filled with like a really great plot, misunderstandings, hate-to-love story. It's just it's heartwarming and sometimes gut-wrenching, and that's what you need in the winter when you're curled up, like covered in a blanket and drinking your hot cocoa. That's what you need. This is my mass market paperback because I annotated it. The next book I'm going to recommend should be no surprise to anyone, and that's Peter Pan by Jane Barrie. I know I talk about this book constantly, or if by the time you see this video I haven't talked about it constantly, it's coming because I'm pre-filming. This book is my favorite book. It's my favorite story, actually. Any adaptation I love of it, it's great, I'll watch it. It's about, if you don't know, 3 siblings who go off to a magical land with a boy who never grows up, and they fight pirates and they learn about themselves. It's a great time, and it's heartwarming, and it's childish and filled with wonder, and that the holiday season is filled with that. So that's why this one is a good one. Next, I got some poetry for you. The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. This book changed my life. It's a poetry book, so I'm not going to give you too much about it. The poems are like that. Those are actually some really long ones. Of course, I opened it to that. They're not that long. But they're fantastic. This book is what got me into poetry. I've been reading it constantly now, not just hers, all kinds of stuff. I have a ton. So I highly recommend this one, especially for if you're a little not into reading because the weather's crappy and you're in a bad mood, because they're short and they're fun. The next 2 books are by the same author, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas and A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. I know these books have, you either love them or you hate them, but specifically, if you read them all, specifically these 2, I think are good for winter, especially since this is the best one. You get the love, you get the hate to love romance, you get the dark, it's not the winter court or whatever, but it's very dark, very magical, just like the holiday season. There's a lot of snow in this one, and it's short. So if you've read them, I suggest a reread. Okay, so now we're getting into the books that I haven't read, but I am expecting will be Wintery Reads. The first one is I Love You Ronnie. They're the letters between Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan, and they're cute, and I can't wait. And they're gonna be a real quick read. In the book also, it has the actual copy of the letter. Get the sun out of the way. And then it's written out in text. So that's nice. The next book I love the movie of, and I know it's going to be a Wintery read because a lot of the book takes place in winter, and it's very heartwarming and family oriented, and that is Little Women by Louise May Alcott. This is a story primarily about Jo March. Jo March is ahead of her time. She wants to be a writer, and it's her involvement with that, with her family, and it has a lot of good themes about family, and a lot of it takes place in the winter, so very good. However, it's a fucking chunker. The last book that I'm gonna, recommend to you, I guess, is it's a holiday book, so it's very obviously going to be a Wintery read. And I will read off all the authors to you because I can't remember them. And that is My True Love Gave to Me 12 Holiday Stories. It's edited by Stephanie Perkins. The authors are Holly Black, Allie Carter, Matt DeLapina, I'm saying names wrong and I know, Gail Foreman, Jenny Hahn, David Leviathan, Kelly Link, Myra McIntyre, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Lainey Taylor, and Kirsten White. So this is legitimately, I bought this because Holly Black has a story in it, and I am obsessed with her. But I plan on like maybe reading one like every other day or something in the winter, just to get me in the Christmassy mood. I celebrate Christmas because my family does. But whatever holiday you celebrate, it could get you in that mood. Dirty. That's it. That's my Wintery Reads. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic winter, and I hope that it's filled with love and family and goodness and hot chocolate. Let me know down below if you have some suggestions for Wintery Reads, because I don't really have that many. I only had 3 that I could really think of, and I don't really have a ton of books that are coming out that are on my, TBR. So hit me up down below.